Okay, that's the quickest three.
Mr. Matheson, you have an amendment you wish to offer and withdraw. For that, we give you only 2 minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I'll just offer to put my full statement in the record if I can. But I'd just like to call up my amendment number Matheson 1002. It's a bipartisan amendment with my colleagues, Mr. Rogers from Michigan, Ms. Etcher from California, and my colleague Ms. Sutton from Ohio.
Without objection, the amendment will be considered as read, and without objection, the gentleman's full statement will be in the record.
Thank you. Very briefly, I just want to say that while there are many geographic shortages across the country in general pediatrics, data also shows that there are pronounced shortages across the country in some pediatric subspecialties and pediatric surgical specialties. I know that when we start talking about specialties and subspecialties, Mr. Chairman, this could open up a number of different challenges. I would just point out that in terms of pediatrics, this is an issue where there's some specific problems around the country. I know that it creates some challenges. That's why at this time I will agree to offer and then withdraw the amendment. But I hope, Mr. Chairman, that you could be willing to work with me. I don't know if there are any of my colleagues who want to say something on this amendment. But
I certainly want to work with you and your colleagues on this amendment.
Can I just yield to Mr. Rogers some time just to
And I won't say. I just want to commend the gentleman and Ms. Eshu for working together on this. It's very, very important.
Thank
and I think it represents the best of the work here in the committee. Thanks.
No.
Mr. Chairman?
I'll yield to Mr. Burgess.
I appreciate the gentleman bringing this up. It's terribly important. I just want to make the point, and it cannot be made often enough, that unless we do something about our nation's medical justice system, about our liability laws, pediatric surgeons will continue to have liability 2 years from the date of discovery, and the date of discovery cannot begin until age 18 in most state jurisdictions. So that is an incredibly long period of time that the statute of limitations runs for these surgeons who do very risky operations, oftentimes on very, very sick small patients. So I think it is imperative that if we do this, we also need to obligate ourselves and dedicate ourselves to fixing the problems we have in our medical justice system, perhaps even just for the subspecialty or the specialties of pediatric surgery or these very high-risk specialties. But if we don't do something about the liability climate, we're never going to solve the manpower issue. And I thank the gentleman for bringing it up.
Thank you. Could I also yield to Ms. Eshu?
I want to thank Mr. Matheson, Mr. Rogers, and Mr. Chairman. Thank you for your commitment in working with us. In the area of rheumatoid arthritis, when it comes to children, there are 11 states that don't even have one rheumatoid arthritis specialist. This is devastating for children. If they go undiagnosed, their adulthood is essentially a body that looks like a pretzel. So we have a lot of work to do on this. I appreciate your willingness to work with us, and I thank the gentleman for yielding to me.
With that, I'll yield back, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Matheson. You withdraw your amendment,
Yes.
and we'll continue to work on it.